All right, so here I am in the Dublin airport and I got a matcha and this falafel mint roll. This matcha was so good. I haven't really had hot matchas, but I started getting them more in Europe because the cold ones, they kind of watered them down a lot. Anyways, this is my bus transfer from the airport to the hostel. And I'm walking over the Halfpenny Bridge. It's like the main bridge in Dublin, what everyone kind of talks about. I'm walking over that to the hostel, and this is just a really quick hostel tour. It was actually really, really nice and comfortable. The only thing is that the shower drain was very clogged all the time, so it filled up really fast, and it took forever to like drain. So that was kind of not fun, but other than that, the hostel was great. It was in a great location and I really enjoyed it. All right, so I started exploring after this. This is the Malone statue. And this is Grafton Street, a huge street for just shopping. And so I walked past this a lot. I started my exploring at St. Stephen's Greens. It's basically just a huge park, amazing nature. There were duck and lakes and just so much greenery and flowers, and it was so big, and the weather was really perfect to kind of just sit on a bench near the lake and just enjoy the views and whatnot. So I really had a great time. And then I'm just like walking back to my hostel, and this is Grafton Street again. I met up with some people through the hostel group chat, and we went on a pub crawl, so we went to some different clubs. Dublin nightlife is amazing. I love the live music. There's great singers that sing like really popular music. It's amazing. So it was wonderful. All right, the next day, this is my first full day. I started the day off with the Dublin City Hall, and then I went to the St. Patrick's Cathedral. To be honest, it was a little underwhelming, but I mean, it was still really cool inside, and it had like a huge garden in the front, which was really nice. I then met up with some friends from the night before at the Dublin Castle, and oh my god, this was amazing to look at. So here's just some clips from that. And then right outside the castle, there was this beautiful garden and the Chester Beatty Library, which I didn't get a chance to go into, but apparently it's an amazing library. I then went off to Dubhlin, which is a museum, and it focuses on the Vikings in Ireland. It was very, very cool to learn about the history, so I highly recommend that you check it out if you do visit Dublin. After that, I made my way to the Christ Church Cathedral. Now this, I would say, was a lot cooler than the St. Patrick's Cathedral, just to look at aesthetic purposes inside. So here are just some clips from that. I then walked over to the Brazen Head for lunch, and I got this vegan shepherd's pie. It had like mashed potato, and it was amazing, and it was the oldest pub in Ireland, which is cool. And then at Trinity College, normal people fans, it was really cool to just kind of like see the architecture. This is the long room, so it's a really cool library, so many books, and it has this huge world globe, as you can see. And I also saw like the book of Kells and everything. I couldn't record in there, but it was so cool. It was like a really, really old book. Then I stopped over to the Guinness Storehouse, and it basically shows you how Guinness is made from like each of the steps and everything. So take a look at that. I then got dinner at the street food place, and they have spice bags, which is traditional to Ireland. It's like a bunch of Asian spices with a bag of fries and things like that. So good. And then I met up with friends again for nightlife. Alright, so the next day was amazing. I did a day trip to the Cliffs of Moher and Galway. So this was me at like 6:30 a.m. getting on a bus to the Cliffs of Moher, and just the views and like seeing the countryside of Ireland was so amazing. And this was the actual Cliffs of Moher. It was so like breathtaking, just the layers of rocks and the formations of everything. It was very windy, but so worth it to climb up to the top and just see the ocean, the sea, and there's like a small castle on one of the cliffs, but it was just so beautiful. I then got this little postcard and chocolate at the gift shop, and then we made our way to Galway, where we went through the transatlantic way. So it was just beautiful scenery, and it had like a barren rock national park that we drove through. So it's basically just like a bunch of rock formations, which you'll see in the future clips. And here we are in Galway. Galway was such an amazing small little city town. This is Galway Girl statue, and I also went to the Origins of Galway, the Spanish Ark. I forgot to take a video of that, but I got a little sweet treat matcha, and I'm on my way back to Dublin. For dinner, I made a reservation at Glass. It was a previous Michelin star restaurant. The food was very interesting, to say the least. It was pretty good. It was just like very fancy and whatnot. But you know, solid. I would say 7 out of 10. And here I'm getting breakfast at the Bagel Co. And I'm basically leaving Dublin. I'm waiting for my bus here to take me to the airport. So it was an amazing time. I love Ireland so much, and I have my itinerary listed in the caption below. And I hope you enjoyed my vlog, and stay tuned for my Norway vlog.